Did you know that government spending represents 1/3 of all the spending in the U.S.? In 2021, federal contract spending is expected to exceed $600 billion. Did you know that these government contracts are posted publicly so your business has a chance at winning them?
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
In this video, I'm going to show you how you can register your business for government contracts and even bid on government contracts. Whether you're a powder coating business, a painting business, an automotive business, there are probably government contracts for you. So stick around, let's jump into the video. Welcome back to the 710 Performance YouTube channel. I'm Steve, and today I'm going to show you how you can register your business so you can compete for government contracts, whether you have a powder coating business, a CNC business, or any other type of business that could provide services to the federal government. Now let's get into the first step. So you first might be asking yourself, what exactly are government contracts? Government contracts are agreements that outline business transactions between companies and the federal government. And you may not know that federal government agencies are actually required to list these opportunities publicly. Where can you find these opportunities? Stick around for later in the video and I'll tell you exactly where you can find them. Now, to bid on these contracts, your business must be registered as a government contractor. Now, the first thing to do when registering for government contracts is you need to figure out if you provide a product or a service that the government might use or need from you. If you have a product or a service that the government might need or use, then there's going to be contracts out there. For instance, if you do powder coating, yes, there are projects for powder coating through the federal government. If you do contractor work, there are contracts for the federal government. If you do painting, if you do automotive painting, aviation painting, if you provide products such as food or other services, you can provide for government contracts. So first, determine if you provide products or services that the federal government might use. The way to do this is go to beta.sam.gov. This is a site where all the contracts are publicly posted so government contractors can bid on these contracts. They can look and they can see which ones best fit them, whether it's in their area or whether they can travel to it, and if it's a product or a service that they can provide. Once you're listed as a government contractor, then you can bid. But first you need to make sure that your company does provide those services. So go to beta.sam.gov, go to the search contracts, and you can punch in powder coating or you can punch in painting or whatever it is that you offer. If you find any contracts that are there that are active, then you know that there are active contracts out there for you to be able to pursue, that it would be in your best interest to go ahead and register to become a government contractor. That's step one. Let's jump on to step two. Before we go on to step two, I do want to mention there are some types of government contracts that are reserved for specific businesses. For instance, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, and even veteran-owned businesses. There are also contracts for disadvantaged businesses as well as businesses in underutilized areas. Now, if you find that there are active contracts on beta.sam.gov, or if you are a minority-owned business, a woman-owned business, a veteran-owned business, or if you are at a disadvantaged business or a business that is in an underutilized area, if you fall under any of those categories, it's definitely in your interest to register to become a government contractor. It's free. You do not have to pay for this, so please do not fall for some of these places that are trying to tell you it costs $6,000 or they want you to pay them $6,000 or $1,000 or anything. You do not have to pay to do this. It's very simple. Let's get on to step two. Step number two, use the SBA's contracting guide to aid you in doing your business registration. There will be a link down in the description for the SBA's guide. I am going to walk you through it with all of these next steps that will help you. But first, you want to make sure you have all the information together so it makes the application smooth and swiftly. If you ever get lost, go back and look at the SBA's guide and it will help guide you through it, or you can check this video out again again. There is a link down in the description for the SBA's guide, as well as any other links that we have for information that you need. You will find them down in the description below. Let's go ahead and move on to step 3. Step 3, get your DUNS number. Now, in order to register for government contracts, you do need to have your DUNS number. It's very easy to get. You may already have one that has been appointed for your business. And what a DUNS number is, it's a 9-digit unique identification number for your physical location of your business. You can register for a DUNS number or search to see if you already have a DUNS number at fedgov.bnb.com. First, you want to do a search on this website to see if you already have a DUNS number. If you do, you need to check and make sure that the business information on it is correct. If for any reason, maybe even the spelling of a street, if it is incorrect, that could make it so your government contract is denied and you will just have to reapply again. So double check all of your information across everything and make sure that all of the information is exactly the same. This will help speed up the process. Now let's go ahead and jump on to step 4. We're almost there. Step 4, find your NAICS code. A NAICS code is a code that classifies your business based on the products or services that it provides. Now, this is not a code that you actually register for. There's a link down in the description. What it is you just determine what industry you're in, then you find the best NAICS code based on the industry that you're in and the service or products that you provide. So use the link down below and search, and you can find your NAICS code. This isn't too hard at all. Let's jump on to step 5. We're getting close. Step 5, you're going to need your EIN number, which is your employee identification number. Your EIN number is what you will use as your taxpayer identification number on the SAM's application. If you don't have an EIN number, it's free and it's very easy to get. There is a link down in the description to the IRS website where you can get your EIN number. You will need an EIN number as a taxpayer identification number when you are going for government contracts. The 6th step is register your business with sam.gov so you can bid on these government contracts. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do at sam.gov is you're going to need to create a user account. After you've created a user account, you can then go ahead and proceed to fill out the application and make sure you have this other information that we spoke about. Your NAICS code, your EIN, your DUNS number. Make sure that you have that information available when filling out this application, because you are going to need all of that information on this application. Again, make sure all the business information through your DUNS number and your EIN, as well as your actual physical location, make sure all the information on all of those documents are the same. Now, once you start the registration, as well as this information, they are going to ask you some simple questions about your business. Once you've submitted your registration, you do have to wait for it to be reviewed and accepted. Once it's reviewed and accepted, jump on to the 7th and final step. And finally, step 7, find, bid on, and win government contracts. Once you're approved, you're going to need to make a profile on the sams.gov website. Now, be very mindful of how you make it, because government entities actually use this database when finding businesses to do business with. And do not sit around and wait for opportunities to come knocking on your door. Visit beta.sam.gov and search for government contracts, find the ones that are fit for you, and do what you need to do to bid on those contracts. Well, there it is. It's very easy to register your business so you have the opportunity of competing for government contracts. Government contracts will not only build your work resume, it will also give you a great source of income, as some businesses focus solely on government contracts, and that's the only business that they do. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, smash up the like button for the YouTube algorithm and share it with a business owner who you think will find value in it and also be eligible to go out for these government contracts. Thank you all for checking out this video. I hope it was valuable to you, and we're going to catch you in the next one. Peace.